just what did you all see today in the scout that allowed you all to each have 30-plus points tonight?
Just really taking what the defense gave us. I think it's really hard to stop the both of us when both of us are going. So I think we just didn't really force anything. We were just trying to be in the flow of the game.
Yeah, I also just think we're just playing basketball, so it's just whatever shots came to us is really just what we took.
Why is Mikayla a Player of the Year contender? Mikayla, why is Aubrey a Freshman of the Year contender in the SEC?
Simple. She does everything. She makes everybody's life easier, and she's like probably the most valuable person on our team, I would say. And like she just makes all of us better. Like she puts us in positions where we're going to thrive, and that's really hard to do as a freshman. But she's doing it with ease, and I haven't seen any other freshman doing it like her.
I mean, nobody can guard her, and nobody can get by her. I mean, she's everything that you want in a teammate and a leader and everything. And, I mean, she leads our team really well. And she's also just a great, person to have next to, either telling me what I can do better or just supporting me. So couldn't ask for a better teammate as well.
Aubrey?
Yeah, Aubrey, it feels like you've gotten more comfortable as a scorer as the season has gone on. What's led to that kind of increase in your volume a little bit?
Them still yelling at me to shoot it more, especially in practice and stuff. But I mean, I don't even know. I'm used to it. I used to be more of a scorer in high school and stuff. I guess it just slowly with the flow of the game. I know the shots that my team needs me to take. Not to force anything, but the shots that are there, I'm just seeing probably more now as the season's gone on.
Mikayla, just what did you see from Jackalanga tonight? I felt like she was kind of everywhere and doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think what we've seen from her tonight is what we need every single game in order for us to continue on the track that we're going. And Coach Ralph always says, big guards, we need you to come in, rebound, do what we need to do, and then also be able to get the ball in the paint. So having her able to post up, be able to go and get rebounds, offensive boards, defensive boards, is extremely helpful, as you can see today.
Andrew? Mikayla, how much easier is it when it feels like everything is going in the way it was in the first half shooting? I think it was 63% as a team. Is it fun? Does it feel similar?
No, I think it's just gives us more energy. Feel like we've been waiting to shoot like that for a while. And I think that's also the reason why we had a really great start today, not a slow start. And I think we have to learn how to push through when we aren't shooting that well. How do we continue to put our foot on their necks and continue to be us? And I think today everything was going our way, so it was a little bit easier. But it just gave us a lot of life. And also having the student section and the fans today, that gave us life.
Thank you both. Congratulations.
All right, go get some rest. See y'all tomorrow. Good job.
Meemaw.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll see you later. Don't text me. I'll be asleep. All right.
We will take an opening statement from Coach Ralph after the 102-86 victory, and then we'll open the floor for questions. So, Coach, what do you think about today's performance?
They were making fun of me on the way over here because they said the first thing I'm going to say is that I'm really proud of my team, and they're right. I'm really proud of them. I think what we're trying to do here is just be relentless in our quest to improve, continuous improvement. And so obviously the goal is to win, but I want us to be consistent in the work, showing up every day and working, being diligent, so constant effort, intelligent effort, so that we can put ourselves in position not only to win, but ultimately to be the best possible team we can be at the right time, right? So we have had some things, I think we were on the road 17 out of 31 days in January, and we had the ice storm, and we got our butts kicked, and there's all these things. We had slow starts. But we've had some really great practices, and what we're doing is learning from that. You can't waste those things. You got to learn from them, right? The adversity is going to come. You don't get to decide when it comes or how long it stays. It's going to come. And so now our practices have paid off in spades. I think the other thing I thought today was really good was we got lots of contributions from people you guys haven't seen in a long time. And we needed it. We got in early foul trouble with our bigs, and we had to put some big bodies in there, and they came in and really did a good job. So another great team win, a one at home that I was really, really proud of, a top 10 matchup, but just protecting our home court in front of our fans and our students. couldn't be more excited, honestly, to be coaching this team and to go to practice tomorrow with them.
We'll open up some more questions. We'll start with Charles Mays. Go ahead, Charles.
Coach, after going through the battles of half here and half there, how did it feel tonight to just put it all together from start to finish in the manner that you did?
Yeah, I loved I thought our shot selection was better in the first half. I thought, when we see shots go in, obviously it's better. Like, everybody loves that, right? But you can't not make shots and then give up easy buckets, which I thought we did a little bit of that in the third quarter, but they also have a really strong transition game. So when we're not taking great shots, it lends to transition buckets. And I thought we did a much better job today of being patient, taking shots, like Aubrey said, that are shots that are high percentage shots for our kids that go in, getting the ball inside and out. Thought we did a much better job rebounding. And then it just set us up for success, right? Because when we do that, then we can at least set our defense and make it a little tougher for them to get a good shot, which to me is exactly how we want to play.
Henry, in the back.
Yeah, just Aubrey Galvan performance tonight. Just how fun has it been to watch her sort of develop over this season, and obviously for it to come to 30 points tonight for her. Just how does that feel?
Yeah, I mean, Mikayla's right. She's really special, and she is a glue player on our team. Obviously, incredibly talented, but what makes her so good is like she was having a hard time answering your question because she's like, I'm just playing basketball. The kid's just a basketball player. She's a baller. Like, she just plays. And so I think one of the things that we've allowed her to do is do that. And now you can see moments where I need her to slow down a little bit, right? Like, we got to slow down a little bit and get a great shot, but that's what makes her so good. And the games like tonight, the matchups like tonight, the moments that are the biggest is when she shines the brightest, which is why it's great for her to be playing with this one, because she does the same thing. And she's been exactly where Aubrey is right now. Lots on her shoulder, a lot of expectation, playing a ton of minutes, having to defend people's best players. Mikayla did all of that last year. So our team calls them Batman and Robin. And they did a really good job. Batman and Robin were doing Batman and Robin things tonight.
Aria.
Yeah, how much of a weapon is it to have Mikayla and Aubrey who can both handle the ball but can also like move off the ball, get cuts, and get each other open, find each other?
Yeah, it's great because they're both super high IQ, right? So they're two incredible basketball players. They're very talented and skilled, but they're very smart, and they're great teammates. So they also get rid of it, sometimes more than I would like, right? But in order for them to be good at what they do, to shine, then we have to have the people around them to understand their roles as well, which is why, and I'll bring Jackalinga up. Jackalinga was so important tonight because when Jackalinga is doing that, now they can't double her, right? When Sasha's being productive in the lane, when Lily and Trent and Mitch come in and they are doing things in the lane, now they can't double those two. Now we still have our advantages when everybody around them is playing great basketball and doing exactly what they need to do for our team to win. So it makes those two better. And if I can allow them to play freely, which is how I like to coach most of the time, then they're even better, especially right now, because we're gonna have to start. Every game matters. And now we're getting closer to March, but I need them to be at their highest level of confidence, the whole team, but especially these two, when we get into March.
Elena, go ahead.
Yeah, just kind of a two-part question. What do you feel like allows you to go so deep into your bench early on in this one, and also just your thoughts on all 102 of your points coming from your starters?
Yeah. We didn't really have a choice to go to the bench as early as we did today. We got in a little bit of early foul trouble, but I was confident in what we were going to get because those kids have been producing in practice. So it's just another example of just be ready when your number's called. And they practice really hard. They get valuable reps in practice. Trinity played Reagan Beers for a couple days. She was Reagan Beers, so she was on the court the whole time, know exactly what that kid's going to do. And then obviously Lily, it's just taking time for her to get up to speed, but she did some really good things for us today too. I think when that happens, when you get in foul trouble, I don't worry. I just look at, all right, what are the matchups that we need to have out there and who's going to be able to do that from our bench, and they come in ready to go. 102 points coming from our starters. I like that the ball was going in. Obviously, it would be great to have more production from the bench, but when we need it, they'll be there. And tonight, I guess we just didn't need it as much.
Iona Mitchell with the mask, do you have any sort of update on her?
Not that I know of. I think she's still visiting with the doctors right now, but we'll let you guys know.
Andrew, go ahead.
You know, the national media discussion just around women's basketball feels like it started kind of late this year. I don't know if that's just a result of non-cons not having the juice that they might have, but it feels like in a year without Caitlin, without Paige, without Juju, Mikayla is the next logical person to be the star of this sport. Why has this come along so slowly to where she feels under-discussed and she's had back-to-back 30-plus point games and is one of the scoring leaders of the country?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I guess I don't think of it that way. I think I talked to Mikayla and our team, and honestly myself and our staff about, like, what can we control? And what we can control is making sure that that kid is in the spotlight doing things that she can do every single night, that she's prepared, that she's confident. Eliminate the noise, eliminate the negativity. I'm sure everybody has an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. There's lots of really good players in the country. I just know that she's the best one. I've coached a lot of really good players. I've played with a lot of really good players, and that's no disrespect to any of the other great ones in the country, because there's really, really good ones on really great teams. But this kid is the best player in the country, just based on what she does for our team and where she has taken us to this point, period. And so, and I say that respectfully, but I don't control what the media writes or how they write or how often they write. I don't control how many people come to watch her, but I'm just telling you the kid is special. So as many times as you can come watch her, come watch her. Come witness it, because she's generational. She makes things that are really, really hard to do look really easy. She's elevated everything about our program, literally everything. Everything. She's a great student. She's a great kid. She's a great teammate, on top of the fact that she's the best player in the country. That's special. That doesn't come around very often, believe me. So it's exciting, but hopefully as we continue to take steps forward, more people will come and ask questions and highlight the fact that is the case for her.
I mean, to that point, this is a program that is one of the most historically celebrated going back to the Jim Foster days. Do you get the sense that with her and after wins like this over a top 10 team and 23-2 on the year, that institutional memory of Vanderbilt as a power program is starting to come back, at least on the local level here? Yeah,
that was the vision always, right? Was to bring this program back to national prominence and beyond. So yes, I'm hoping that people remember what Vanderbilt women's basketball used to be, but I also hope that they're recognizing what it is now. We are 23-2. We have really great players. We came here to win championships, one day at a time, one game at a time. But everything is tracking in the right direction, and we're just going to keep staying focused on the game ahead, right? But that's always been the goal. So honoring, hopefully, the fact that we all came here to revitalize it, including my players. We know how great it can be here, because it's been that great before. They went to a Final Four. We just hosted Alumni Weekend and heard from all of those players and Coach Foster about what it took to get there. This program wants to go back there, currently, and be in that conversation every single year for teams that win championships. That's the goal, that's the vision, and that's what we're going to do.
Is Mima a Mikayla Blake's nickname, or how does that happen?
So I've committed I've tried to sleep more this year, so they'll be texting me hours that normal kids are awake and normal adults, at least me, I am not, with a 7-year-old child. So then also I got a magazine that had, anybody here order stuff from Cuddle Down? Okay, they have great sheets and blankets. They also have muumuus, okay? And there was a muumuu on the front, so now I'm Mima.
So are you ready to go to bed now?
Yeah, listen, we are yes, I have to drop my daughter off at 7:15 at school in the morning. This is late. But listen, if this is how we're going to play, I'll stay up late this night, every night of the week for the rest of the year. I'm good.
Well, thank you, everybody.
That's funny.
Congratulations.
Yeah.